I might have to bleep that part out too. I don't know how.
Nah, I'm just gonna fucking leave it in. This is definitely gonna be the most fucking cursed episode we have, and it'll be a poster.
First guest, the most cursed episode.
We're back with episode 60 of the Virtual Podcast. As always, my name is Robert. I'm joined by my co-host Julian, and we have a guest for the first week. So to break the ice a bit, we decided to do a little activity on get to know Raf, and also we haven't done this of our 9 favorite series. We didn't do top 9 top or best shows or manga, but just the ones that hold a place in the hearts. So yeah, one of mine is Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter.
I see.
Get the graphic on
Hunter x Hunter right there.
Right here.
Yeah. Wait, so you haven't read the manga?
No, I haven't fully read the manga. No. I've read part of the manga continuing from where the anime ended.
Okay. Because I remember we had a discussion about can I you can slight spoilers?
You can spoil, yeah.
Okay, this is from 4 years ago anyway, because he only uploads chapters once every 4 years. So, so when he first came back from a break, I want to say 2017 ish.
Mm-hmm.
The dude wrote a novel. This wasn't manga. This was just straight walls of text and the occasional fight scene, but just a frame of a guy's face. And then a paragraph of the dude explaining the power and some backstory, and I have no clue.
Yeah,
I remember us talking about that.
That's one of the big things. It was in the library. Yeah, I remember you just talking about this series. What the fuck is happening? Because I never got to that point.
Interesting.
Okay, and was this off? Is it mostly action, and this was just out of nowhere, just a whole novel, or what are we talking? Is this a common occurrence? Is when he came back from a long hiatus. So he came back from a 2 or 3 year hiatus, and he's trying to set up exposition or something.
New arc.
Yeah. And so this is literally a 1v1 fight scene, but there's just paragraphs of text. I don't remember why there were paragraphs of text. But yeah, it was a visible shift just because it was all right, new hiatus ended.
And then you just after 3 years, you're was the series always like this? Is probably one of the things you think of.
Yeah. And especially there's right before that, so when he went on the hiatus before the walls of text, he was dying with his back issues but trying to get out content. Yeah. So it was scribbles. So you could barely understand what was happening. And then you get to this new chapter and it's beautiful art, walls of text, and you're what the hell just happened?
Get this man a Herman Miller chair, please.
He's definitely talked about his back problems, and he's saying that just hated going to the bathroom. It sounded horrible.
Damn.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I could never imagine that. Take care of your back, everyone. Worry about your posture, stuff like that, because that sounds horrific. Yeah. All right, we got 1 on mine.
Okay,
1. Who are we going for? Let's go for our guest.
Oh shit! All right. At number 9,
give us number 9.
I have a toss up between a couple things. I've decided.
All right.
Domestic Girlfriend.
You threw it in there.
Okay. Go Mexicano, dude. Let's go.
You gotta talk about it. You gotta talk how that makes it in there.
Just had to. Okay, so this wouldn't be on if I had just read it by myself.
Yes.
It's not that reading it by yourself is an experience. It's it's interesting, but it's you could tell it's a flaming pile of shit. But I watched it with my roommate, and it was one of the greatest experiences of all time. We averaged 3 fuck yeahs per episode. Just that meme of the dudes sitting there and they're yeah, they're a Smash tournament or something like that. I really don't know. It's literally that 3 times an episode.
Exactly.
It's great.
Yeah.
It was an honorable mention for me. That was literally the one where I'm just does it go in there? Because it's that's the exact same thing where it's the series itself, it's drama, and then that's mainly it. It's drama. But when you're
It's going
talking
away.
to
But
it about
just keeps
people,
going. It just
and
keeps
like you're like on the
going.
weekly, like, hey, new chapter, like new episode, it's a different feeling, different beast
It's-
entirely. And
it's
I'm
great.
still pissed. You two are 2 of the 4 people who, when the first episode came out, I was like, you have to listen to this opening. It's so fucking good.
Yes.
And no one
Yes.
fucking replied
Opening
until
goes
like
hard.
week 6. And then like, yo, guys, this domestic girlfriend opening or Giga dropped a new video. You gotta listen to this opening. I'm like, fuck you guys. I've been telling you since week 1. Yeah.
Oh man.
Phenomenal
It's a
video.
banger.
It does go hard.
It's a banger.
It does go hard.
All right. And you, Julian?
All right, my first one is, I don't know if I'm going to go for a basic answer or for something a little more interesting. We're going to go with probably my most like interesting choice. I think it's FLCL.
Oh,
Fully
Cool.
that's actually a big one.
Wow.
Fully coolly. FLCL.
That's
I think the animation is some of the coolest I've seen, and just some of the most interesting. You know, it's some of it's a little choppy, but like kind of on purpose, but it's just like cool. And I still listen to the music.
oh yo.
The soundtrack for
Yep.
that show is
It's a banger.
out of this world. The story, nobody knows what it means, and it doesn't matter. Okay, it's just fun and crazy, and probably about depression. I don't know.
Nah, I think it's coming of age, but like the
Coming of age,
The
yes,
dude,
yes,
the
yes.
dude definitely gets groomed. Like,
Yeah.
like that's the point. Like, I remember.
By an alien, I think. Right? She's an
Yeah,
alien.
yeah, there was-
that the term?
Yeah. I read like a whole plot synopsis about it one time.
A whole game theory.
Yeah,
on it?
yeah. He like. Can I spoil it? It's like been ages, right?
I think you should be
Yeah.
fine. I'm the only one who hasn't watched it.
There's one scene. You know, he like pulls out the guitar out of his like forehead,
Yeah,
right? And that's like a euphemism for
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
boner. Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah, probably. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
Yeah.
then I guess like him pulling out, because the horn gets bigger, right? So it's like, you know, phallic.
Right.
And then like he pulls it out. I guess that's him like, you know, busting a nut, like. But like there was something I saw where like at one of the later episodes he pulls out like a white guitar and it's like supposed to symbolize chastity and like purity or some shit like that.
What the fuck is Fully Cooley, guys? I'm more confused about this show than
Fully
I think you
Cooley
gotta watch
is
it, Robert.
great.
It's,
I might
it's pretty good.
It's an experience. Fully Coolly is an experience. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Interesting. Like I'm wondering if like I feel like both of these are shows that I think are gonna be in your list, Raf. That's why I'm interested in how this.
No,
list
I
continues.
forgot about that. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
So Hunter x Hunter or Fully Cooley didn't make it in yours.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Wow, that's actually an off-putting
Kind
one.
of why, yeah. No, Fooly Cooley is one of the shows where you like you were talking to someone about anime and you want to like look cool and hipster and like better than them. You say that. You say Fooly Cooley.
Oh, okay.
So
It's
good,
it's like one of your niche picks that you talk to, build repertoire. That
though. Oh
you
yeah, yeah.
I literally wanted to put Dome Kano in there, but I was just like, I don't know. Like it's so hard to not to put it in there because it's like I love that drama. I live for it, but damn, I don't know if it ranks up.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. I'll go with a second one of mine.
Let's go. What are we thinking?
Same author, Yu Yu Hakusho. This one
Yu Yu
really,
Hakusho.
I see.
this one hurts for
Basic
me
No,
to put in 2 of the series in like a top 9 by the same creator and like somewhat similar, I would say. But I just I love them too much. Both of them are unique experiences for me. I would say a lot of people flack on the ending on that one, but I thought it was good. I can see a point where they would say it'd be rushed, but to me it was fine because like I'm gonna spoil a little bit. Kuwabara's one of the characters that walks away from that life near the end of the series, and he's trying to become an adult, get his life together, and then Yusuke's still doing his dumb shit, fighting demons. So it was fine for him just to be like, I'm putting it all on the plate. We're just having one fucking tournament arc, and then I'm done with this life, and I enjoyed that. Mine aren't ranked, by the way. I think Raf's are the only ones that are ranked 9 to 1. Who'll be going in that order.
right.
For me and Julian, it's kind of just random. Top 9.
Yes, mine's the correct one though.
I wouldn't. Oh, no, you're good so far. You're good so far.
Don't worry, he hasn't gotten to the
I'm
trash
not gonna
yet.
roast you yet.
I haven't gone to the trash yet. No.
All right, is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
All right, this
Go
is
right
this is
ahead.
probably my hottest take because I don't
Ooh,
like
That's what we like to see.
ranking things that aren't done.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this
Okay.
is good enough to me and important enough to me where I'll put it. Kaguya-Sama.
I knew it. When you said it
There
isn't
you
done,
go,
I was gonna say he's gonna
Kaguya-sama.
throw in
There you
Kaguya-sama.
go.
Yeah, it's Kaguya. It's,
Kaguya-sama.
oh,
If we have, here's a question: if we have similar ones, do we like say them at the same time, or like?
I think that'd be good to just say him.
Yes, I also have Kaguya-sama.
That is a.
Yes.
yes.
This is probably a controversial one for me. I didn't put Kaguya-sama because
That's
I just
Ooh, okay.
because like
That's
I
fine.
love
I
that
have
series,
trash
but it
taste,
just
like
I don't know. It's just I couldn't
my
put
type
it
of
in there
company, so.
because I had too many series. I think encapsulates themes around it, and like I think I like those ones. If I were to say like one rom com,
Okay.
Kaguya-sama for sure. That's the one that I'd
Right.
recommend, but I just couldn't.
I think that's why I put it because I genuinely think Kaguya might go down as being the greatest rom-com anime of all time.
It very well might be.
Yeah.
It's the number one
Absolutely.
on Mouse still. I think number one anime.
It's actually the number one anime on that
Yeah.
right now.
I have a hot take
Yeah.
on that too. I didn't think season 3 was that good until like episode 7.
So you didn't think
Okay,
you
yeah.
thought 1 through 6 were meh?
1 through 6 were meh. And then once they started
I still like was it what's her name's Kaguya-sama's cousin. I thought it was actually really good.
Oh,
character.
Shin?
Maki?
Oh, Maki.
Yeah,
What the fuck did I say?
I think so, yeah.
Dude, Maki's a top like 1 or 2 girl for me in that show.
Yeah.
She's high up.
Yeah.
The little fang, holy fuck! Like
Yeah.
that
Okay, dude.
that family is
Okay.
cursed though. Oh my goodness.
True.
just a little bit.
All right, it's back to me.
Yep. Back
Yep.
to you. Number 2.
Okay, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. A certain scientific railgun.
You're gonna have to talk about that because I have no input.
I
I
don't think you
tried
guys have-
getting
you guys
into
seen
it, and it was
Okay, first, just out of the gate, it's better than Index. If you're watching the anime,
Yeah.
Index nowhere near as good as Railgun.
I've heard that.
The OPs go hard for like I think all 3 of the seasons. I think especially season 2, I think it go hard. But I think the action's fun. I don't know. I like the comedy. It's just a really fun action show. And surprisingly, I really like the animation in the action sequence. I think I really really enjoy. So that's probably a take that's not as much on your guys' radar, but definitely mine.
I think of Railgun, and I instantly get transported back to like 2012.
Hell yeah, dude. Every once in a while, it's all right to go back
yeah,
to
so
2012.
It's all good.
I'll keep up the 2012 trend with my next one. This is the one that took Domekano's spot.
Oh,
To Love-Ru, guys. We gotta talk
dude, I've never seen
about
it.
To Love-Ru. Okay.
I don't have a take on this one.
To Love-Ru was
Damn.
probably one of my first mangas I ever watched. Or no, first animes I ever watched. The way I watched it was I saw a meme on iFunny, so that's how dated this shit was. Yes.
iFunny.
Yes, we're talking 2010
no way.
times.
Oh my god, iFunny,
or no,
dude!
yeah, 2012.
Blast from the past.
So I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I watched it. I was like, this was anime. I can say that for sure. So I watched a few more and I read the manga. I'm gonna throw in all the honorable mentions because like all of the series on Battle List and Domekano included were the ones that like were going for this spot. So it was between To Love-Ru, Rosario Vampire. Rosario Vampire gets the mention because its manga is actually good. Quintessential Quintuplets, because the pacing on that was just good. There was no flack on it. Like it came out the same time as We Can't Study, and We Can't Study just elongated for God knows how long.
Yeah,
Okay.
it did.
Domekano,
I thought it was
of course.
good, but yeah, it did.
Fruits of Grisaya. That one's a visual novel also in an anime. And then Minamoto Monogatari. And that one is just...
Is that the one where like the guy like fucks his aunt?
That's at the end. That's at the end.
We don't talk about it. It's at the end.
That's at the end.
All right, it was great until then.
There was a whole like on Reddit, so people would post chapters of that, and basically top comment would always just be no, because the only question people had were like, did he fuck his aunt? Did he fuck his aunt?
It's
People
literally
wanna
like
read it.
you feel like it's like build up to that. It's like that was kind of it for the Reddit discussion on that. It was just people wanting to know, when did it happen and has it happened yet?
Dude, when it hit
So, yeah,
yes though, that was hype as shit.
The crowns on Reddit, man, the awards for sure.
So many awards. Just, yes.
I'm gonna give you Reddit gold, all right?
But yeah, To Love Ru really just hit for the nostalgia factor. I remember the artist style because when Darlie and the Franxx manga came out, I was like, this art looks familiar. And it's because it's by the same artist as To Love Ru. And, you know, it's trash, but it goes in my favorite.
Was this a harem?
This is harem.
This is
yeah. Is the harem?
This is
you
harem.
could
This
argue
is
it's the harem.
it's that's like Love Hina or something like that, probably.
No, okay, Love Hina's like the. I was thinking about Love Hina actually like earlier today.
Collective conscious. Man.
Love Hina's like.
I was thinking of iFunny actually.
Hey man,
Love Hina's like the first harem, right?
Yeah.
To Love Ru is the harem, if that makes any sense.
To Love Ru is like the harem. I know why you say harem. I always say harem. Is the harem that I think of when I think of this trash trope of MC falls into situations.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically it. It's like it pioneered it and developed it all in its series.
He's a truly a front runner of fan service.
Yeah,
have y'all
the
seen
fan service industry?
The guy would hide like. All right, I'm gonna just say it. The guy would like hide like vaginas like in water droplets. So it's like it's like being covered by like a water droplet, but in the reflection, you could like kind of see something. There's a whole montage. A guy found all of them. It's like in the reflections of the main character's eyes. It's incredible. It's
Wait,
like
what the
masterful stuff. Yeah.
I never knew that. Okay.
Robert hasn't even gone this deep.
That shit's crazy. It just was a read that, you know, was most of my, you know, early anime watching and manga reading. So, you know, it has that place in the heart.
Early. Damn. You started off strong.
I told you it was that. It was literally Rosario Vampire, To Love Ru, Angel Beats, and
Angel Beats
the Persona movies. That was like one of my starts was one of these series. I don't know which one it was.
I really hope it's To Love Ru. In my heart,
To Love Ru. I think To Love Ru, even if it might not have been the first one, it's the one that paved the way for, you know, what my taste currently is. I think
that's fair.
All right, so that was my 3.
I'm gonna keep up with 2012 actually.
All right.
At number 7, K-On!
Oh,
K-On! We get the slice of life. Let's go.
Oh god,
let's go.
I just love it. I love the songs are legitimately very good.
Yeah, they are legitimately very good.
You know, nothing happens.
It's good J-pop.
Nothing happens in the plot.
It's comfort. It's a comfort
nice.
show.
And so I relate on an emotional level to K-On! As strange as that sounds, because I was in a band in high school, and like that last episode when they all like broke up and like they were like so hyped to play this show, and it was like, oh my god, we're gonna do our best and everything, and then they perform and then they like sit there and you're like, damn, it's over. Like I was in tears. I was bawling for that. Like they got it. That's how it felt.
Damn.
Got handed.
The emotional level.
And also they're cute and like fluffy. Like
who's your best?
Oh, I'm an Azunyan simp.
Azunyan, yeah. Let's go.
Also
person like Mio.
Oh
but,
yeah, no, Mio's kind of goated. But I in high school I was like very, I don't know, this might sound weird. I was good at being like the younger annoying dude. In terms of like
I totally
my friendships with older people, I felt like very more connected to, so I kind of relate to Azunyan on that level.
There we go.
And I like her guitar. She has the coolest guitar. So
yeah, fuck yeah. All right. Well, let's keep it in 2012. We're gonna go the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Taste. I haven't watched it myself, but taste.
It's fucking great. It's like it's perfectly encapsulated into these like little mini stories that just like are kind of off the wall, but at the same time like still kind of like a slice of life, and it's one of the most unique shows that I think I've ever watched. Plus, if you watch the movie, so fucking good. Okay, we don't talk about the Endless Eight.
I was gonna ask.
It's there.
Did you watch all of them?
Yeah,
Or did you fake your way through it,
I
like,
watched through like 5 of them, and I was like, I just didn't understand. It was like, if okay, this is back when what was it called? That one pirate site. What was it called?
Kiss Anime?
Kiss Anime. There you go. So I thought I already had some experiences with some files being like corrupted or something on Kiss Anime. So I actually thought there was something wrong. Like I was like checking the episodes because I didn't know about the Endless Eight. So I was genuinely confused. So I think I watched 5 before I was like, what's going on? I had to like look it up on Google. So I watched it like 5 times in a row. I don't think I went the full Endless Eight, but I did go like at least
man,
5.
it's not in a row. There's slight differences.
There is slight differences. There is slight differences, but still one of the most like I haven't seen a show quite like Haruhi, and probably one of my favorite shows. Definitely that in that kind of like slice of life.
See, you really did keep it 2012 because Haruhi was like the poster child of iFunny back in 2010, 2011 time. Man.
The bunny suit.
Everybody doing
Haruhi.
the ED.
Yeah, bunny suit
Everybody-
Haruhi. Oh man.
Oh, was it at the anime conventions they do the ED the fucking dance?
Oh, I don't know the dance.
I don't know the dance either.
Yeah.
I feel like I should.
Oh
I'm a
my
fake
god,
weeb.
it's so funny looking back at it. You just have to look up Haruhi Suzumiya ED dance, and you'll see videos from like 2011 at Anime Expo, like with people doing the dance at the end of this.
I feel like
On
there's
the
so
ED,
many
it's
staples
fucking
I'm missing out on because like of what you guys are listening. Because I'm like, yeah, that's like a staple of anime, and then
Oh, and watch the movie. The movie's like amazing.
I just
the movie's really
immediately went off the deep end into like some random ass shit in terms of like anime watching and manga reading. I've read like 60 isekais probably that get updated monthly. They're all trash, but I'm still reading them. And I haven't watched fucking Haruhi. I haven't watched Steins Gate. I haven't fucking watched
Steins
all
Gate's
these things.
good.
All right. I'll bring it to a bit of normality. Oh wait, I didn't number mine. Next one is Katanagatari. This one, same author as Bakemonogatari, is one of the series that I just really enjoyed. It's one of the ones that actually I rate so highly because of its presentation and that it was released 1 episode a month. So it was a year-long project. And I thought that was a unique thing. Each episode kind of had like a distinctive theme about it, and they were hour-long episodes. Art direction's takes a little to get used to, and the opening's actually really good. I just had a great time watching it, so that one got thrown in there for me.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I told myself that I needed to watch in like 2018, and I watched 1 episode. I think on your recommendation, and I just forgot to finish it. I feel kind of bad. I might
There's
go
so
back.
many of those. There's so many of those I need to watch or like get recommended and just need to watch.
Yep.
I'm bad with recommendations. Music is probably the easiest or the only one that like I mostly follow through with. But like animes is probably the worst one where it's like you got to watch this. I'm just like, we'll do, and never.
It's a commitment. Watching an anime is like kind of a commitment.
Yeah, an anime is a commitment for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go super basic here at number 6. Full Metal Alchemist. It's
solid choice.
If it wasn't for another show I will talk about, I think it's the best shonen. Just in terms of, I hate when shonens like their plot is too arc focused, right? Like Naruto, right?
True.
They go on the fucking bridge and then they come back and then they go have their little exam, then something else happens, and like it's fine in the beginning, right? And then eventually it's like defeat God, and you're like, all right, you beat God, and then like another God comes out of nowhere, and you're like, you have to defeat the real God, and you're like, all right, this is like some bullshit. Full Metal.
It was like your kids are going to defeat God again.
One of the worst things about arcs though is like the moment a new arc finishes, all of a sudden everyone powers up, and the people who were powerful in the last arc are like apparently trash. That was one of the things in Yu Yu Hakusho when they throw in the new abilities. Oh, I'm blanking on what they're called. Like Yusuke gets basically beat by 3 random guys on the street on like day 1 of the new arc. I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just saying, like, or like that part is like Pokemon, right? Like whenever Ash goes to a new island, his Pikachu's like shit again.
Yeah. Man, just deletes his save files.
Yeah.
Starts over.
But yeah, no, FMA just does a very good job of keeping, a central plot line focused. And like, the things the characters go through and like the development they have never reverts in it, right? It always moves forward with intention. So
wait, did you watch or read the series?
Both. I finished reading it first though. Brotherhood only too. I have not read.
I was gonna say, yeah, you didn't say Brotherhood, so I was like, he must have read it, because then you would have just said Brotherhood if you were talking about the anime only.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
All right, take it away.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go for another one. We're gonna go basic as well. ReZero.
ReZero.
I love ReZero. I really, especially after maybe like the first season, you really start to feel for Subaru, and he just gets like more sympathetic as he goes on. He's a shitter at the beginning, but he really does grow well, and I think that the pacing for that show is really good. And it's like my mystery show of this list, where like it really keeps me on my toes, and I just really like Amelia. Actually, now at this point, that's how much like things have changed. Like at first, I was so angry that like Rem wasn't like where he didn't like Rem, and Rem was like right there. But like the show progressed so well that it actually made me like Amelia again, which is crazy to me. So
that's how I felt about Nino and Quintessential Quintuplets. I was like, midway through it, I was like, Nino's
Nino literally drugged the main character.
Yes,
like
that was some crazy shit in the first few chapters. You're like, what the
drug that man? Yeah. She committed a felony.
Drugged and get out of her house.
It's not a crime if a cute anime girl does it to you.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, Robert. It's not.
That is exactly true.
But there's
cute anime girls can do whatever they want.
All right. We're going to go with the only sports anime to go in here. Ooh. Ping Pong The Animation. Damn. For me.
Not Keijo.
You really like Ping Pong The Animation.
Keijo?
Sports anime. Never mind.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's the one where like they like hit each other with their ass.
Oh, okay, that series.
I have heard of that.
Yes. Yeah. The only other sports anime that I would consider, but it's not good, was Kuroko no Basket, because that's just a nostalgia read and it's absurd. It's just not great though. But
I need to watch Haikyuu just because I actually played volleyball in high school.
I have some friends who weren't too crazy on the ending for Haikyuu, but for Ping Pong The Animation, I will say art style, you have to get used to it. But other than that, phenomenal story. Relatable story, I would say, because, it's centered around ping pong, but a majority of storytelling a majority of the focus are these characters of, someone who's good at something without trying as much. And then there's people who are like trying their hardest, but can always trying to reach levels where people who are seemingly have no effort are reaching. So it's like, it's relatable. There are things that you're always going to be good at, things that you're going to be bad at. And like, you got to work hard so you can, continue to develop these skills. And, it was a good story. I would highly recommend it.
I watched up to episode 4 or 5. It's one of the series I regret not finishing, but like, holy shit, like episode like 2, like chills. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Each episode you get chills. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know how really you get chills on this animation style of ping pong, but it's just like it's solid.
Bro, it's like rocket ships in it. Like it's kind of sick.
Yeah.
And you really like that OP, right?
Yeah, no, not the opening. It's one of the songs in the soundtrack. It's Ping Pong Phase 2 when they're doing it's a montage, like, and it's a progressive song. It's like, they're constantly adding layers to it.
All right. Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
What was that? Number 5 is the one shonen better than FMA, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, airing now.
You gotta talk about this.
So it's
yes, we have not I'm an anime.
So it's an old shonen. I want to say maybe like 2008. And basically it's a supernatural show where these like zodiac signs, like these animals, like pick these people on Earth, and then they have to fight this like magical war against like this big bad guy. You know, when you say, I just said like the synopsis, and it sounds pretty basic and lame, but like it.
So it sounds like a little bit of a shonen fruits
A
basket.
little bit.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great way to describe it. It is shonen fruits basket. Wow, I haven't seen Fruits Basket. That's why I didn't put that together.
Fruits basket.
Yeah,
is
the
great.
Zodiacs.
But yeah, it's they like fight this like bad guy, and then it does character development really well. Again, kind of like Full Metal Alchemist, it's one plot line, and I think the best part about this series is that like there's no going back, I guess. Like the actions have consequences, and like the growth never stops, right? The characters keep developing, and you like really feel for them at times. This sounds so vague now that I think about it, but like
I need to finish reading it. I'm like I read a few chapters and I enjoyed it, but I haven't gotten to the point where I think where actions have these consequences from. So
it's like chapter 20 or 30. I want to say it takes a little bit. I didn't like it until I got to a certain chapter.
This is one that's actually has an anime going on right now.
Oh, y'all already talked about that in like that one episode, but
yeah, where you were the one who told me about the author.
Yeah, so the author was like super thirsty. I'll retell it in brief. So this manga constantly wins these polls where it's like, what manga do you want to see get an anime? And it keeps winning and never gets an anime. And the author started like hopping on Twitter and being really sad about it. But it finally got an anime. I hope it's good because this is good. But I think it's being slept on right now. At least, like, I don't see any anime memes of it. I don't see any discussion about it. So
I say a determined success.
Wait, did you ever see what studio was producing it? Because what if I hope it's a good adaptation with how highly you speak of this series.
I do too. If it has good animation, like the superpowers are also super fucking creative in this, like some fucking Green Lantern shit. It is what you make it, right? Like your imagination is the only thing holding you back. Yeah, it's really good.
All right. So we'll check that out. I am gonna throw it to horror and go Higurashi no Nakokoro ni. Yeah, Higurashi is my one horror anime that I think is actually very good. The concept is super unique. It's like it's a mechanic, this like kind of like time mechanic. It's fucking cool, and it's like a really cool like. It's like about paranoia and about like and you're discover everything along with the character, so you don't really find anything out too quickly. It's mysterious like all the way through. And honestly, once you get to the second part, there's a second part that not a lot of people seen, the second season. It's like you just like look at it in a whole like it's a whole nother mind fuck, and they actually do it. I think they do it pretty well. It's definitely the only anime that's genuinely kind of scared me, because a lot of anime horrors is like not scary to me, except for this one, because it goes more into the psychological, which I think actually scares me a lot more.
Oh, really?
Me, like, think about it. You know what I mean?
Is Higurashi
psychological?
Are there bunnies? Is there a bunny scene in Higurashi? Like rabbits, like actual
bunny
rabbits?
Scene.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there absolutely is.
How do you feel about rabbits now?
That's once you see the whole, like once you understand the reason for that, it's so much worse. It's 10 times worse once you realize like the backstory to that. It's actually intense.
I need to say something here.
And they don't even show you the big reveal isn't even in the first season. You don't even get it until the next season.
Is this the next season where they just said it was going to be a remake, and then they're like, surprise,
No, that's technically the third season, which they said was a remake, but then actually is the third season.
That's pretty wild.
I didn't hear a lot of hype about it. It was a whole new studio, and it was like I think like 13 years later, like in real time. So I didn't hear a lot of great things about that. But the first 2 seasons, very very.
So
Good.
I have a friend who has like always he's been like one of my anime friends for a while. I talk about him, and
Right.
you have said his like 3 favorite anime, like Higurashi, Haruhi, Suzumiya, and Railgun. It's like uncanny how similar the taste is right now. It's like actually kind of ridiculous.
Well, let's see as we keep going. Let's see how many
It's
more
very strange.
Small world, man. Everyone's got taste.
Small world.
I'll bring it to humor or my comedy ones. This just encapsulates one part of my sense of humor. Panty and Stocking. All my like
Panty Stocking. Yeah.
dark, like shitty, dark, mature
English
humor.
Dub. It better
English
be the
dub.
English dub.
It just encapsulates all that, and then the ED is, we've said it before, probably one of the best anime songs, and it's in English, so you know,
Yeah.
I'll blast that
You
shit in
can
the car,
listen to it.
karaoke style. Phenomenal.
I'm gonna include one of my honorable mentions that is in that comedy realm and is similar because you have to watch it in English. Ghost Stories, fucking hilarious.
Ghost Stories,
Fucking hilarious.
but
Ghost Stories is fucking hilarious.
I will say
the
Ghost
the English
Stories-
dub is hilarious. All right,
Ghost Stories you watch a highlight clips of. You don't watch the full show. I think.
it's still funny. Watch the full show. It's hilarious. Dude, that's because you haven't watched the full show.
That
that's
is
why.
true. I watched the highlight clips, and I found them to be a
It's
bit
fucking
humorous.
hilarious.
Although that one, they just completely went off the rails on the English dub. Yeah, all right.
That's why that's the only one worth watching.
All right, that was mine. Back to you, Raf.
All right. My fourth is actually the same author as Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. It's Spirit Circle. Have y'all heard of it?
You've mentioned it. That's all. So
I
think I've
mentioned
heard
it
of
to
it,
you.
yeah, you mentioned it to me.
It's the same author as Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer, but this one isn't like battle shonen. It's the general plotline is there's this dude and there's a mysterious transfer student,
Of course.
and then it's like she's kind of cute, and then she like goes up to him and like fucking punches him in the face or some shit. And it's like, you're my mortal enemy or some shit. And they're like, what the fuck? And like turns out he discovers that him and the girl have been intertwined in their past lives, and he goes and revisits each of those lives to kind of see how their conflict has like evolved over the time. And it's super interesting because just one, they're like visiting all these ancient civilizations and shit. So like that part's cool, you know, like 1 second they're in like Aztec Empire, the other half they're in like Egypt. And so it's cool seeing the settings. Also cool seeing their relationship evolve because it's not like they were enemies the whole time. It's, you know, they were enemies at one life, in another life they became friends, and it's just seeing that relationship evolve is just so cool. And that also has like, I don't know, the plot gets very interesting at the end. It just takes it in some directions where you don't really see it coming. But yeah, really good.
Is it another one without an anime?
Yeah, no anime.
Tragedy.
I don't think the anime would be as interesting. I think Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer definitely lends itself to an animation better because it's, you know, action. But if you get the right studio, maybe you can. Because I don't know, maybe you do like each life, like a different art style. I don't know, it'd be really cool. It'd be really hard, and like those poor animators, but
They're not
they
seeing
don't
their
have rights
favorites for a
anyway,
while.
right? They're chained to their desk. But yeah, it's really good. Highly recommended to anyone. And it's in the same universe as Biscuit Hammer, which is pretty cool.
That's
Pretty
interesting.
sick. Well, I'm gonna go into my movie pick of this list. A Silent Voice. It is, I think,
That's on Robert's. That's got to be on Robert's list.
It's
too,
on my
right?
list.
It's I think the only movie that made me like anime movie that made me cry. So I was like, it has to go on here. It brought out emotions, dude. It's one of the more real anime movies I think I've seen. That I think the way everything's portrayed just feels very real, more than some, you know, live action movies. I don't know, like it's a beautiful story about friendship and love and all that stuff, and learning from your mistakes. It's great.
Yeah, that one also made my list, and for me it's both movie, which Julian talked about, and then like manga. And I think like the manga, I'd say you could read and watch, and they're both kind of slightly different stories, but they're both good. I'd say the manga does a good job on some of the characters that don't really get shown in the anime as much. I will say I watched like that during a period. I was watching a whole bunch of emotional shows and like movies. I watched that. I watched Your Name, which I know is probably going to be mentioned sometime between us three, and then Anohana. But I don't talk about Anohana because I don't like Anohana. It was just no. I just not a big fan of Anohana. But like A Silent Voice was there. So yeah, that one was on my list. But we'll throw an honorable mention since that one was mentioned, or since that one was already talked about.
Sorry, I got something about Silent Voice.
Oh yeah,
real quick.
Go ahead.
The movie kind of got ruined for me because at the very end, my stream lagged to hell, so I didn't get to see the ending very well. I was like more annoyed.
I had to wait like a couple of weeks because like the Kiss anime link was fucking dead. Yeah. Or the subtitles were like the weird fan subs or whatever. It's like in the weird font. I was like, I'm not enjoying this.
It was a solid time. Yeah, that one's probably my favorite anime movie.
Yeah.
And then the honorable mention is the only other contender for our favorite anime movie, of Millennium Actress, which I watched in theaters. Phenomenal movie by his name, I forgot. It's the guy who did Perfect Blue. Is that the name of him?
Satoshi Kon?
Yes, Satoshi Kon.
Oh.
Yes.
I haven't seen either of these, and I knew that shit. Hell yeah.
I haven't watched the one I mentioned the other one. Yeah. Millennium Actress, phenomenal. Plot is briefly big fan and like he is also like a director. He's filming a documentary about an actress, and she's in her older age now, and she goes and talks about her life, and it ends up becoming blended with all the roles she took in her life as an actress, and it just does a great job at telling this story while also blurring the lines between them. So highly recommend it. It was just a phenomenal one to watch. But I put To Love Ru instead. It's on you can watch it on YouTube for free.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, but To Love Ru took its place.
Dude, that's tragic, dude. That's tragic.
I'm telling you, it's literally just because To Love Ru makes it because the rest of mine don't really show how much I like watch and read harem series, harem trash. It's a lot of my consumption of series, so I had to put one in there, or it doesn't feel like genuine for me.
Right.
So, yeah.
My number 3 is the Tatami Galaxy.
That was on my list.
Yes.
Or honorable.
Did I give you that rec, or did you know that already?
Ren gave me that recommendation.
He beat me to it.
Yeah.
So by the same guy that did Ping Pong, what's his name? Muraki Yuasa? Masaki Yuasa? Yuasa's the last name.
You're butchering this man's name. You're butchering it.
I took Japanese at online Foothill College. I couldn't even write my own name. It literally said, like, the first question on the test was name, and I was like, fuck.
I remember
an hour on that question.
I remember Ro. That's all I remember how to do in Japanese is Ro in katakana.
I don't know any katakana.
It's
too hard. Dude, I couldn't even pronounce how to, like, what syllables was my name? Like, Raphael. Like,
yeah.
It was like Rafieru, I think was the katakana-ization. But that took me forever to figure out. It was hard. Yeah, Tatami Galaxy is good. It's weird. The narrator talks really fast, so you got to know how to read really fast. And as I've gotten older, said like a true boomer, I've realized that time travel is a cop-out of a plot device because I don't know, it just feels cheap to me at this point. So maybe looking back, maybe it's like not as cool as I thought it was, but it's just so creative, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so out there, left field. Character development is great. It's funny. It's sad at times. Especially like as a college student, like was when I watched it. Like
I was gonna say that is a good time to watch it.
yeah, because it's about like a guy in college who like kind of struggles with his social life. Yeah, it's just great. There's some bonker scenes though. The one scene where the guy's like rock climbing on like a wall of titties, like
Yeah, yes.
like it's great. Yeah,
man.
Tagashi number 3. It's
That
go watch
one-
it. It's only like 10 episodes, right? 8 episodes.
That reminds me of The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. One of the only few English books I've ever read in my life. And like, because that one is
No clue what you're talking about.
yeah, you have to like the first 3 I'd say for Tatami Galaxy you have to watch like 3 episodes to really get the essence of the show. Like
Oh, okay.
because it's
Yeah,
a
3-episode rule. Yeah.
like you realize it's a guy who is, you know, like Raf said, struggling with his social life, and then most of these early episodes are like him thinking and branching out into like what could have been if had he gone this social route.
Right.
And I think one of my favorite things is the reuse of characters and like their different relationships within his imagination. I think the weirdest one is the doll though. That's just
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
that was the I want to talk about briefly talk about the episode of where they think someone's in a relationship. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. No, just watch that show. It's a really good show, especially
Yeah.
if you're in college or something. That's like a good time to watch it. I think it's probably like the most relatable time to watch it. Phenomenal show. Didn't make the top 9, but it was a definite honorable mention.
All right. I'm going to throw it to my favorite, I would say romance, like pure romance, I think, is Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh,
Dude,
I love Bunny Girl Senpai. I think you could even watch the first arc as a movie by itself. It's amazing. Best girl after best girl after best girl, just one right after another.
Who is your best
I think
girl?
it's the most realistic romance.
who is the best girl for you two?
there's a right answer.
It's mine. It's the first girl.
Oh, it's fucking.
Yeah, it fucking is. Yeah, it
Yeah,
fucking is.
yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely is. What are you gonna say, the little sister?
Bro, pause. This is going on Spotify, man.
Don't tell me you were gonna say it. Oh my goodness.
No. It was 100% scientist girl.
Okay.
For a
Oh,
very-
I would have actually. I would have accepted the was it Kohai?
Oh, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She got Maki energy.
Based off design,
Yeah, she
I
does,
would have said
100%.
scientist girl. Based off character design,
Interesting.
I would have said scientist girl.
Based off character design.
Based off character design
Gap
alone.
Mo. Holy crap! Her whole arc is like Gap Mo. It's
Wow, her
great.
whole guard is good.
And
I will give you that.
when-
one. I will give you that one.
Like long hair down to ponytail. It's so good. It's so good.
She was on OnlyFans though. That's crazy.
Even better, bro.
Was that a wait? Was it actually?
that was a plot line, dog.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll need to watch this show.
But you gotta watch it though.
Mhm.
Yeah. More thought. Do you have more thoughts on Bunny Girl other than
I thought it
Best
was
Girl is?
again. I really like shows with interesting like writing techniques or interesting concepts, and how they do their arcs are really interesting, and it keeps it fresh, it keeps it going, it keeps your interest in, and the fucking OP with like everybody singing the song is fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest things.
Yeah, I love when the voice actress is singing the song. It's fucking awesome.
Hey, go
Did you watch
Tobin,
the
baby.
movie?
Go Tobin.
I haven't watched
sorry.
the movie, dog.
You haven't watched
I wanted
the
to watch
movie?
the movie. I haven't seen the movie.
Are you
What
like
the
waiting
fuck?
for like an official Blu-ray like release?
I was
so,
gonna,
like-
because I didn't know where to stream it exactly.
Oh, okay, that's
we
understandable.
just Master Anime, 9anime.to.
Hey man, you
There's a
can't
lot.
name out the ones that we're
Oh,
currently using.
Bleep those.
Yeah, we gotta keep those.
The whole Kiss anime's dead. You
Kiss
know?
Anime's dead. We
can't-
could talk about it. Kiss
Yeah.
Anime. I watched
You're right,
Pinoy
my
Anime, Anime Ultima. Those were like relics of the past that we could talk about.
Relics
But the
of
ones
the
that are currently up are like our pillars for the the ones who are hit.
It's for
Economically?
we're out here trying to find the One Piece, right?
Yeah. We don't want to ruin it for others. Oh, was it me?
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
For me, this is the one that I would say was closest to Kaguya-Sama. and the one that I'd say took its spot was D-Frag. D-Frag for me is the
Interesting.
comedy manga
Works
for
good.
me. I just love the fucking Tsukomi and Boke humor, and it's just phenomenal. I don't know, like, it's, if you like the humor, you can read, like, I've read this series probably like 4 times over, and every month it updates. I'm like, it brings me joy to see that the series, you know, is still going. So it's tough though, because, you know, I think Kaguya-Sama is like the rom-com series, and then but D-Frag is just comedy. So like that's why I split them up. Like To Love Root got that romance, hate to say it, and then D-Frag has that comedy.
Damn.
I will say though,
Does
for Kaguya's recent arc, I won't spoil it because Julian hasn't watched it. There were some things I was a little bit not too crazy on, but I'm back. They're kind of going back to their, you know, what makes it great, and I'm happy with it for Kaguya.
Do y'all know it ends? It's ending in like
12
Yeah,
chapters.
couple of
right?
Yeah.
12 chapters. I have a question about D-Frag.
Yeah.
What's the following of D-Frag like? It's like, because it's been updating for a long time, but it's not something I see talked about at all.
No, it's not. I think it's kind of just one that most people who read manga know by now whether or not they like the series, and that's kind of it. Yeah,
People kinda,
it's
like, dug in on it.
it's one of my favorite ones because of its use of just mob characters, where they will like completely highlight or like give opinions of mob characters where like they kind of steal the show a bit, and then you'll never see them again next chapter, the next panel, for all I care. And then there's some recurring ones. Like there's one, his homeroom teacher is a play off of Sean Connery, and like he'll have scenes where he's randomly has the whip from like Indiana Jones or some shit, and it's just stupid humor, and it's amazing. And then there's a lot of game references. Oh wait, I wonder. No, Julian doesn't put gamers in top 9, does he? I'm actually thinking about this now because okay,
No, Gamers is good, but I don't think
yeah,
it's
it doesn't go top 9.
Gamers is good.
All right, but yeah,
It is good though.
that was my second to last one, and then I saved my last one as my best one just because I was able to organize it like that.
All right, yeah, same here.
All right. So I got number 2. My favorite manga of all time, Yotsubato.
Wait, this sounds
Y'all don't know
familiar.
it?
Is it the one with the
It's
girl?
the 4chan girl. It's the
Yes.
4chan
Okay.
girl.
Yes. I was gonna say it's the girl with
um,
the humor one.
Yeah, it's essentially just about like this like single dad and his daughter,
Yes,
and it's just them doing like nice father bonding things. You know, he has this like tall friend who gets in on the shenanigans. The girl befriends her like the neighbor family, and then there's like 3 daughters that she all plays with. There's no plot. Like, I mean, camping arc was pretty sick. Like they went camping. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
like some of the arcs, like they went to Tokyo. That was a pretty cool arc. You finally hear like the dad's first name like 10 years into them like writing this manga. It was like pretty wild. But yeah, it's really good. It's super wholesome, super comforting. And I think it's the best slice of life of all time. I think hands down, just in terms of.
That's fighting words, man. That's fighting words.
No, that's not those facts, straight facts.
I'm sorry, man. Okay. I don't want to diss this show because I think it is. From what I've heard, I heard it's good, but it ain't no goddamn number 1 slice of life. I got too many fucking series to say that.
Ain't no way. But it makes you seem like every day is like cool. Like an adventure, what the thing is. So yeah, and it's like, you know, iconic 4chan. Yeah. Actually, like I don't get why 4chan picked her to like be the mascot because she's like such a wholesome character.
Yeah,
like
that is manga. Not. Well, it's because
Yotsuba is like the cesspool.
Well, it's because Yotsuba means 4 leaves.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's only something I know because of my number 1 series, baby. Learned that Japanese because of it.
Well, mine is my number 1. My top slice of life anime.
I thought there's 2. There's 2. Left.
We said Kaguya.
Oh, okay.
We already talked about it.
Gotcha.
My top slice of life of all time and top comedy, Nichijou.
Oh, I forgot.
You probably knew that was good.
I'll take that. That's fine. I respect that.
My absolute favorite. It's like the only like manga I collect is Nichijou. I absolutely adore Nichijou. I love its humor. It's my exact humor. The coffee scene is my absolute favorite scene of all time in like almost any anime.
The one with the
If you've
robot,
seen it.
like she's like trying to brew coffee for the dude.
She's trying to buy coffee from like a Starbucks equivalent.
Okay.
Yeah. And that scene actually made me actually like belly laugh, like die laughing. So it's my absolute favorite. It's like it's really wholesome in certain areas when you see it, and it's like just like really warm and comforting, and then other areas it's just like actually like laugh out loud funny. All the characters I think are cool, and I've never had a bad time reading or watching it. So absolutely, that's
I think
my favorite of all time.
My favorite scene from that series is the fight with the principal and the deer, and a German suplex.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
That's pretty good.
that shit is so intense.
The
Yeah.
Yuri fight is also no, the Yaoi fight is also very funny.
There's a Yaoi fight.
There's a Yaoi fight, yeah.
Oh, I think I saw. I think
don't
I'm
know
gonna
that.
go have to like rewatch this.
Yeah, it's
I think we
very
do it.
good.
I
Both seasons.
I knew
Very good.
Nichijou was gonna be in there, but when you were saying like top slice of life, top comedy, I like completely blanked on it. I was like, what the fuck's he gonna say? But I know Nichijou's in there for your list, so that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Remember how I brought up that Julian's taste is like exactly my friend's?
Yep.
Yeah, that's another one. That's another one on his list of these
Apparently
things he
they-
recommended me back in the day.
Apparently they should be friends.
Yeah.
I guess they're all like, are those shows all like connected in some weird way? Is like Higurashi somehow similar to Nichijou, which is somehow similar to like Index? Is there like a
I think
hidden
it's-
like thread we're
I have
missing
no
here?
clue.
I think it's just an era.
It really is. It's 2012.
It's an era.
Fuck it, 2012. 2012.
Mhm.
Love that shit.
All right. I will say my favorite series, manga, or no, the main reason it's up here is because of the light novels, the Irregular Magic High School. It's taught me Japanese roughly because everyone in the main 10 families has a number identified with them. The main reason I like this series is because of the world building and setting. Characters are probably the most like lacking thing I would say in the series, if anything, like the main character, because like he's built by design of not having too much of a personality. And it's just like there's some characters that you just like continue to read about and learn about, and like the history of it, because the plot's like in 2096 and like after World War III has happened and shit. And every once in a while things, it tells about relations between countries due to the war or developments that happen after that. And I felt like each arc did a good job at building off from the last one, where it makes sense why certain variables are getting added because of what happened previously. I love the story. I love the setting. And
You
it's
also
just my
love
number one.
incest.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, okay. No. We gotta talk about this. That is
We spent 3 minutes raving about this. It's okay, Robert. It's okay. You
She is the worst girl. She's the worst girl. People in the fandom love Miyuki. I hate her. She's by far my least favorite, I think, out of like anyone who is in quote the harem. Yeah, she's the lowest ranked for me.
Okay.
Even like personality wise, she's just not it. I could like.
It's okay, Robert.
There's like
You can
5,
admit it.
6,
It's okay.
7 people, but
Accept it.
But that meme you sent me about about the romances, whoever did that meme clearly watched the series, because they put a spoiler in that she's like, the whole thing about the Yotsuba family is they're fucked up, and her thing is she's genetically modified to keep him in check. And literally like volume 26 near late game, something the animes and they're probably never going to get into, the aunt who's the leader of the family, this is spoilers as fuck by the way, the aunt tells him that the sister's going to be the head and he's going to be her husband, but she's claiming the son as, she tells the sister that actually the main character is her son, not her sister's son, so they're cousins. And then after the sister leaves, he confronts her. He's like, that's a lie. That's like bullshit. I got the powers. I know. And then the aunt's like, she's been genetically modified so far so that like you don't have to worry about any problems with incest. And she's like rationalizing it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, they have the technology to forego this fucking taboo. Yeah. And I was just like, God damn, he's probably gonna end up with his sister in this fucking series. Man, that's what I'm saying. Characters are like my least favorites because of like that dynamic. Because it's like her character is basically incest. Yes, that's her character. I'm not saying like that's the relationship. That's her character. She is pushing for it. That is her one goal in the series. Yeah, hey, I love the series though.
Can't sleep on those GMO waifus. Right?
Shut the fuck up, GMO. Oh man,
is it me? Do y'all want to guess what my number one is? It's
no,
Nisekoi.
No chance but Nisekoi.
With you. I'm fucking with you. It's your name.
This man got up. He was getting mad.
I was gonna give you so much shit. Not even okay. Oh man, I know. I think we had the same favorite character who didn't win on that one.
Monkey Girl Supremacy.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
Are we talking about Nisekoi? Actually, are we actually going to talk about Nisekoi?
No, we're not. We're not. We're not talking about Nisekoi. That thing needs to
best girl in Nisekoi. Okay, I'm going to talk about Nisekoi. It honestly should be an honorable mention because that shit did a lot for the harem community. It is as bad as it is. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
There's the best art for that arc.
It's one of the ones that really took the promises trope and like childhood friends trope and like ran with it, I will say.
Yeah.
Has any other manga or anime done it since then? No, because Nisekoi beat it to death. It did the anime community.
They killed
it.
He killed it.
I was gonna say one of the things I could tell is who's your favorite person in Persona 4 Golden? I'm guessing they have a similar character design to Tsugumi.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I knew it. I was like, the reason he likes Naruto so much.
That's the best.
All right. So what's your number? What's your number one? This is not Nisekoi.
Your name. It's your name.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a basic. It's a basic answer, right? But and you know, I've watched it like I would say 8 to 10 times now. And you know, every time I rewatch it, it's like, okay, it's like pretty fucking basic, like. But I think it's only because I've rewatched it like 10 times. Like I know the script on the back of my hand at this point.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a matter of where I was. Right. I first watched it on a flight to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what better setting to watch an anime and. That was the first show that gave me the feeling of emptiness, right? Like I watched it and I was so impressed. I was like legitimately like I sat there. I still had 2 to 4 hours left in my flight, and I was like, I'm gonna be chasing this high, and I'm never gonna get anything to fill the Your Name hole inside my heart. Like no amount of like substances can fill this hole.
Have you read the novel?
Nah, I don't read words.
Only
words I read are subtitles, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
But yeah, it's just good. It's cute. The animation is amazing. That like the dream sequence. Oh my god, so good. I watched that when I was high. Even better. It was amazing, dude. Yeah, it's just good. It's just it set a bar, and it gave me a feeling. That's all
I remember talking with you and another friend a lot, different times of just like you both liked Your Name more, and I liked A Silent Voice more, and I love Your Name. It's a phenomenal movie. I think it's one I have on Blu-ray that I let some friends borrow, but like Silent Voice, there's some characters I fucking hate. I still hate, but you know, they're teens for the most part, and like because of how flawed they are, I love them.
Yeah.
And then like Your Name, it's just like it's good. It's just like it's a one that you would show to anyone, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a introductory. You can introduce someone to anime that way.
I think Your Name is more
gateway drug.
Oh, definitely. Oh god, yeah.
What'd you say?
Your Name is more plot driven while Silent Voice is definitely more character driven, right?
Yeah.
I think Your Name is a more easily digestible story to consume because it,
Yes.
Silent Voice hurts, right?
Yeah, that's like suicide,
Yeah.
like multiple times. That's like
Too much. It's like,
It's too much.
humanity is inherently flawed in
Yeah.
Silent Voice. But in Your Name, it's like, wow, like the power of love and friendship can save like everyone. Like you feel good.
Look at this pretty comet.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's getting closer.
All right, all right, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, I think it's good. It's good. That's all I got.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna run through these honorable mentions. Konosuba, great comedy, love it.
Yep.
Evangelion, legendary, amazing action, makes you feel depressed, but it's good.
Some
Good
good
depression.
songs.
Hinamatsuri, super funny,
Ooh, so
underrated.
Yes.
Steins Gate, probably the most like just like interesting mysteries that
Dr.
goes on
Pepper.
and like fun and cool. Monogatari, mindfuck.
Okay. I wanted someone to mention Monogatari. Is that the end of your list?
Real Life, very funny, nice.
Oh, Real Life. That was a good manga.
That's good. It's a good one.
Yeah. That was one where they fucking
Good
kill
message
you,
on
so
Real
you
Life,
get turned to a high schooler.
Yeah,
That's like kind of weird if you think about it, though. This dude's like a 40-year-old man
absolutely.
getting into
Yes.
relationships with like.
It's still good. It's still good.
Okay, I want to talk about Monogatari because there's a big memory with me and Raf. Due to this series.
You were the motherfucker.
Yes. So
guaranteed.
in my second year, his first year, we
Yeah.
were in the library at Cal Poly, Robert E. Kennedy Library. And there are some large booths for studying where there's a TV. I would honestly say like 80-inch TVs.
Big TV.
And this guy gets asked to hand the HDMI cable. He says, "Have y'all ever seen this?" Pulls up the Bakemonogatari toothbrush scene.
Scene, yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen it,
That's rough. Don't
watch it in public. The fact that this guy put this on an 80-inch screen,
Yeah.
I will say that changed me as a weeb because I would say I was a closet weeb up until that point. And then when I realized this man just doesn't give a fuck,
You're
it
welcome.
really helped
You're
boost my
welcome,
confidence. And like,
Julian,
yes.
Afraid Robert.
Yeah. Well, because Julian knows our friends from high school, they trash me on like every hobby. When I got into anime, trash. When I got into K-pop, trash. Yes, it was tough. It was tough to be expressive about my hobbies. But
this man put the fucking toothbrush.
yeah, this guy playing that. There were people walking by us that like I couldn't look at the screen. I was looking at everyone who walked by us, like because there's a bathroom that you have to walk to get to, or you have to go by us to go to the bathroom. They're walking by, and there's a guy who I remember. He like glanced and he did a double take as he's like pacing back. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And
I think that's literally why it's not in my top 9 because some of that shit is fucked up.
Okay,
I have a
that's
worse,
what I wanted to ask.
I have a worse Monogatari story. Same setting
Jesus
in the library.
Christ.
Oh my god.
So
I want to ask you though. This is how much you're a fan of you. In that scene, what color is the toothbrush?
Yellow.
I don't know.
Julian is very close. It was orange.
Damn.
That was actually really close. Truly a degenerate.
Fake fan.
I gotta say.
Truly.
But yeah, no, I think I actually have a worse Monogatari in the library story. As like it's that one like Dr. Doofenshmirtz like, if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but pretty weird that it happened
Yes.
twice. So, okay. I don't think the Bakemonogatari one was that bad because it's like 4 shock value, right?
Look at Robert's fucking
Dude, that shit is so fucking weird. Anyone who looked by it of just the toothbrush.
Not even okay.
Okay, wait, no.
So further later in, okay, I'm gonna preface this. So this happened. It was like a genuine accident, right? Okay. So I go to the library, and there are these fish, the fishbowl things.
Yes.
So this isn't like a booth. It's like a clear room. So everyone can like see you as you walk by this clear room. So I'm sitting in a clear room, and I'm sitting in the orientation where everyone can kind of see my laptop if they like walk behind me. So I'm in there. I'm watching it. I was studying and like doing actual work, and then I was like, "Fuck, I'm tired. Like, I just want to take a break. I'm gonna watch some anime. What do I want to watch?" I'm like, "Oh, I've been working on like getting through the Monogatari series." So I think I was on like one of the not Kizu Monogatari, one of the later Monogataris, where it's a sister arc, but this scene is specifically like him like bathing his sister, like his younger sister, and she's actually naked, and like he's actually naked. It's like further in the series, so not as many people know about it because it's just like
I watched one season.
It's like just like a
this is fucking new
normal anime bath scene, but it's like pretty intense. It's like very weird and incesty. And I'm watching this in the library, and everyone can see my computer as they walk behind me because I don't realize that the wall behind me is clear. And so like a couple minutes in, I'm like, wait, fuck. Like they can see all of this. I have to like quickly like log off my computer. Yeah, that one. I think it's arguably worse because it's like, look, funny toothbrush scene. But like, it's just, at the end of the day, it's brushing your teeth. It's kind of weird, but it's not like.
Dude, have you watched that scene? It was that also happened in the fish bowls, by the way.
Yeah,
both series.
Yeah,
but. That scene, for anyone who doesn't know what the fuck's happening, he's making it sound like it's just someone brushing his teeth. The angles that they put on that fucking toothbrush scene, you cannot say. I will say, though, the content from what you're saying sounds a lot worse.
It's a lot worse. Think of the toothbrush scene, except they're bathing each other. It's like, not even like kind of weird. Like, it's just straight up like...
It's straight up weird. Yeah, you watch some weird ass shit.
I
will say for the toothbrush scene, though, you put that shit on the 80-inch screen.
And there's people who... And I made other people watch. Like, I was like, hey, watch this.
It wasn't just me and him in the room. There was like 5 people in our group.
Perfectly normal people.
Yeah, they don't watch anime. Maybe they watch Your Name based off his recommendation. And then this man threw a fucking name.
Was Izzy there, Robert? Was Izzy there?
I don't think Izzy was there.
Okay,
I don't think...
There's a slight chance this girl... might have been there, and we're dating, and we've been dating for like 3 years.
No, I want to say it was my second year, your first year. I want to say it was before.
No, I really think like Bryant and Jaleel were there for some reason.
I don't think so. I feel like you might have shown them again.
I might have. It's like kind of on.
I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
I have a feeling you would have done it again because I remember. I don't think I knew you too well at that point, so I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I'll ask Izzy, and then I'll let you know. And next week you can tell the audience.
All right. And then I want to ask another question since we're talking about series that on that genre. This is gonna be a pop culture one. So you guys know the rapper Kyle?
Yes,
correct.
Kyle, super duper Kyle.
Kyle with a Y.
Yes. What anime did Kyle sample in his song "Feels Good"?
Can you sing "Feels Good"?
Sister.
Oh fuck.
No, it's an interlude. Like it's an interlude.
Sister.
Huh?
Is it sister or something or sister?
Kiss X Sis?
Or Kiss X Sis.
Yes, he samples Kiss X Sis in that that song.
No way.
I remember going to the concert and I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck am I going into?" I was a big fan of Kyle, so I just remember when I saw he sampled Kiss Like This, because I think both me and Raf have a history of reading that series.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
I had to stop at some point. I don't know if it's still going, but it's that's something. That is something for sure. The girl with the glasses is probably the one that I was like, this is the shit's the weirdest thing I ever read in my life.
Oh, she's best girl though.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking
she's
about,
best
man?
Girl.
Oh man.
Julian, have you watched Kiss X Sis?
No. I don't know if I plan to.
Do you know the general plot line?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's in the name.
It's wild, yeah, dude. Dude, there's some gnarly scenes. Oh my god. Do you know he like
really gone to some degenerate shit.
He like gets head like in front of his teacher, like stealth head. Like that was one of the chapters.
Yeah, you know, like the podium.
Yeah,
in
the podium
class.
thing. Like, I might have to bleep that part out too. I don't know how.
Nah, I'm just gonna fucking leave it in. This is definitely gonna be the most fucking cursed episode we have, and it'll be a poster.
First guest, the most cursed episode.
The dynamic with 3 people is a bit wild. I will say it's pretty nice. Damn, we didn't even get. It's already. I think it's already too late to
Yeah.
continue on for another topic.
Yeah,
But we
yeah,
still had
no.
like Persona.
I'm
Briefly. Let's just do very brief.
Okay.
Chainsaw Man Chapter 1 came out. Makoto Shinkai's new movie got a trailer, and then this is a question, you guys. Persona 3, 4, and 5 best girls each.
Honestly, I haven't played 3 or 4, so. Oh wait, I could probably say probably the senpai, the girl senpai in 3.
Mitsuru.
Mitsuru, and then beef bowl girl. What that she just likes to eat and
Chie?
stuff. Chie, yeah, as my guess. And then honestly, I can't believe I forgot her name from Persona 5.
Kasumi?
Kasumi, yeah, Kasumi.
The pick me.
Yuraf?
The pick me.
Kasumi,
yes,
the pick me girl.
Kasumi,
You wouldn't
the
get it
pick
as
me
it
girl.
hasn't finished Royal. It
Yeah,
hasn't
since
unlocked that
I'm
part
still in
yet.
Arc 1.
It's rough. Scrub.
Rough,
Mhm.
dude.
All right, I haven't played 3. I guess it's out on Switch now, so I can play it.
It's going to be later.
That's pretty cool.
I think. I don't know if it's out yet.
Am I allowed to say the
I don't know.
dog, like, just because it's a dog, it's like cute, like a companion? Not to like do anything with I see your face, Julian.
I said best girl, man. I don't know where the fuck you thought maybe you could toss in the dog.
I literally know. Can I say the femc? The female MC?
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
say female
that's fine.
MC. My favorite door, you know.
Okay. Yeah, best door,
4.
Tonka Tough.
4 easy. Naoto.
Mhm.
Best girl, best boy. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You play on both sides, baby. And then 5. If you want the edgy answer, say. But that's like a cop out because you can't romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Makoto because I'm basic, or
Damn, you guys are.
I would say
Yeah, Makoto.
Shogi girl.
Shogi.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Shifumi?
Makoto was my
Shifumi.
Persona 5, my vanilla
Shifumi.
Persona 5 girl, for sure.
Mhm. Mitsuru for 3 for me. Oh no. Oh fuck. Is it Mitsuru or is it Elizabeth? Might be Elizabeth for 3 for me. 4. That one's tough. I'm like, it might be Naruto or Rize.
Oh, those are the
Or
2
Mari.
best anyway.
Yeah. Do I just say Mari?
Wait, who?
Nah, I'll probably go
Wait,
Rize.
who's
Rize.
the other?
Mari?
Who's that?
She's the sleeping
yeah,
hollow.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why I know this. I haven't watched. I haven't fucking played the game. I just read a whole bunch of shit. And then 5, Takemi. Takemi is my heart.
Cammy, you
damn.
and your emo.
Oh, yeah.
we know his
Oh,
type.
yeah. Robert wants to get stepped on, huh?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's your kink, Robert. We will not shame you.
Yeah, he's a Nino girl
I'm
too, right? He
not.
likes getting drugged. That's
Yeah,
really
we know what's up, Robert. We know what's up. All right.
Holy shit. All right.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for episode
60.
60 of the Virtually Lost podcast. Finally brought you guys a guest.
Damn, thanks for having
You're welcome.
me. Thanks for having me, y'all. This was a great time.
Thanks for joining us, Rob. This is really good. We'll try to have you again sometime.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
See you next time.